Hi guys, it's Darren from Tabletop Games UK here. Just a quick update because I haven't done an update in a little while because as you've all obviously been reading the blog, I've had a couple of problems over the summer, food poisoning, man flu, nearly killed me, man flu did, which knocked me out for kind of a couple of weeks. So I've got my voice back, I'm not croaky, I'm not hacking and spluttering. Bonus. So, a couple of things I want to talk about today. I'll start mixing things up, doing things a little bit differently. First off, Kickstarters. If you haven't seen so already, go on to Kickstarter and look for SLA Industries or CS1. It's a Kickstarter by a company called Daruma, based in the UK. Some of the models, quite typically, I haven't got one right to hand. On the blog, I did put up some pictures of some miniatures I got halfway through painting. They're really nice, nice crisp resin models. Quite top notch for what effectively is a very small firm. What else has been going on? John Austin, he's been crazing like mad about relics. A great game. Hopefully, I'm going to get a game in soon. They had a competition on their Facebook page, painting competition, which they do every month. So if you're not a member of their Facebook group, it's Tour Gaming Relics, or just Google. It's not Google. Sorry. Search on Facebook for relics. They have a competition each month. You just turn around and say, I'm going to paint this unit, and then if you're anything like me, you get halfway through and real life catches up with you, so that unit kind of only gets about half painted. This month, this month, we're now in September. August, I did kind of say I was going to paint 4 units, I think it was. Got a base coat down, got some shading in, got a few other bits and pieces going on, and then, like I said, man flu nearly killed me. I was in intensive care for 7 years. Felt like it. I was laid on the sofa in all reality, so please don't worry. But yeah, so check out their Facebook page and join in. It's just a little bit of fun, really. But it's good kind of motivation for getting your stuff done. I mean, my relic stuff was literally sat on the shelf for a year. And then I started doing these. Okay, I haven't actually got anything finished yet. Actually, no, it's a lie. I got some Soul finished, the first one I did. So they're not actually 100% finished. My Orkney are tabletop ready, and my Vatir are probably not that far off. It's just finding time to spend a few hours doing them. So that's a bit of rambling from me done. 2 things I want to talk about. 2. First off is, as you may have seen on the blog, I'm doing monthly updates on different gaming systems. War Machine was one I really wanted to do. Or got some stuff sent over from the States. I was kind of like really pumped, really prepped for it. I'd had it all sort of like timetabled in, and it didn't arrive in time. Nothing to do with Private Press or any retailers or anything. It was just one of those things. But I have got some stuff, and it is awesome. I wish I'd started playing years ago. So I've actually gone for the Cricks, which are kind of undead necromancer sort of style. You've killed my unit, so I'm going to raise it back up from the ground, which is kind of cool for me, kind of annoying for my opponents. So at the moment I'm painting them up. So this is actually one of the new releases. You can build it one of 2 ways. This is the Inflictor, or you can build a Seether model as well. So it's the arms, the head, and these 2 bits at the back that are different. So I've got 2 models. Everyone is telling me to magnetise them, but the magnets I brought are too big. So this one I've made up as an Inflictor, as I've reliably been informed that I'll find it more useful. Nice plastic kit, details really crisp. As you can see, I literally started painting this yesterday. So I've got that. I've got a couple of other units to go with it, and I've got the starter set, single player starter set, not the 2-player one. What you get in it is you get Denegro, who is the Warcaster, and then you get 3 Jacks. Didn't realise at the time, but the Warcaster lets you take Jacks kind of for free, as it were. She's got a point limit for Jacks, which she has to use on Jacks. Which I believe, off the top of my head, it's either 26 or 29. Coincidentally, whatever points it says on her card, that is how many points is hit. So at least that bit's factually correct. You've got 2 big Jacks. I want to say Slayer and Defiler, but I haven't got the card. And a little Jack as well. As you can see, I wanted to paint them according to the guidebook. To do that, I need to get Privateer press paints, and they took like literally nearly 4 weeks to come through. I ordered from my local FLGS, and I'm still waiting on 2 paints. So like literally nearly 30 different paints I've ordered just to paint this project up. So you get that in the starter set. You get a ruler, you get dice, you get a couple of counters. What else do you get? You get a little mat, which you can play on. But it also goes quite nicely with this basic training guide. Now, after reading through the basic training guide, it actually feels as though I've been playing War Machine for a couple of months. In reality, I haven't actually played a game yet, but I have got one scheduled in for this month at my local gaming club, Aftermath. Really cool club, play loads of games. But back to this. So it basically gives you kind of like a load of training missions, which you can do by yourself. Takes you through the attack mechanisms, the defense, all the rest of it. Rulebook, which it's just a little mini one. You can get much bigger one in hardback. Nice, shiny. It's a rulebook. Quite easily laid out, quite flowy, so it's not too bad, and explains more of the whole Warcaster and her 3 Jacks. So if she can take 26 points of Jacks in a 50-point game, you're actually taking 76 points because you add it on to the points limit of the game. So rulebook, pretty staple. They all have them, but it is quite nice. It's really well laid out. And finally, little Cricks guide. It gives you, and from what I can gather, there is one of these in each faction start set. Obviously not Cricks, so the Memnoth will have Memnoth, Signar will have Signar, Trollbloods. You get a picture. What you get is you get like kind of like a little bit of backstory, bit of fluff, because we all love a bit of fluff, a bit of advertising for their own magazine. Despicable, really. Some tactics kind of overviews to give you the flavour of how the Force works. Some options for expanding, expanding your forces and kind of what is in there, what options you've got, and it also gives you a couple of knocking stuff over, a couple of pre-made lists, so you can see how to build a list. Not only that, most tournaments say you've got to have 2 X many points lists, so 2 50-point lists. So you can get like 150 point list and then swap out half of it or whatever you want to do. Also, a little bit of a hobby painting guide, how to prep your model. Face it, it's quite nice plastic. I need to do a bit more sanding down. Gives you kind of like a nice painting guide to the different parts of each model. A little bit generalised because some of the photos I've been able to find online haven't kind of shown the back of a model, so I'm kind of guessing there. But on the whole, I mean, I made a list of the paints and took it into the FLGS and went, get me those. A week later, I had about a third of them. Another 2 weeks later, I had like another third. And 4 weeks later, I'm still missing 2. Sorry about the other way around. 2 paints, which is gonna slow me down a little bit. But I'm a slow painter anyway, so. And I've just noticed one of the colours I'm missing is pig iron, which is kind of like a really important colour. Which means I can't do the blade steel as it's like the base layer. But other than that, it's all in there, and you get all that for 28 quid. So it really is a bargain. The 2-player starter box was released a few weeks ago as well, maybe even last week. Basically, what you get in that is you get the Crix box set, you get the Signar box set, and you get an extra unit as well. And it's one of the I can't remember off the top of my head what they are, but it's like the little men, troop types. That's the phrase I'm looking for. So you get a unit of troops in there as well, which is awesome. So I've expanded a little bit, both in my local game shop and also a rather nice guy on Facebook who was selling some stuff and gave me a couple of tips. So I've got, I don't know how many points, but yeah, some of the models are really, really nice. Others, well, the Bane Knights were the bane of my entire day trying to put together, but it was a second-hand purchase, so it's kind of my own fault. This is probably like one of my favourite models ever. It's just really cool. But I will talk more of him when I've got a bit more paint on him. So that's it for today. I've got a bit of painting to do, then I'm going to sleep because I've been up since 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Probably should actually go to sleep instead of painting, but never mind. So yeah, I will catch up with you sometime later on in the week. Tomorrow or Saturday, we have Tabletop Games UK Paints, which is an ongoing series where me and the guys are painting some Ark World warbands. I think I may be the last one to finish that, but I'm doing these and some other things. So be sure to check that out and laugh at how slow I am at painting. Mark's probably doing another update on his airbrush, hopefully. So he's got an airbrush. Jez, I'm not 100% sure what he's doing at the moment. But I know he's actually enjoying getting back into his painting with these challenges we're doing. And Dave, I would imagine, is probably trying to find some really weird and random game to have a look at. He seems to be picking up the kind of board gamey sort of style stuff, which is great. It's don't get me wrong, it's some of his Ninja Dice thing was a brilliant review. If you haven't seen it, go to www.tabletopgamesuk.co.uk. In the search bar, put in Ninja Dice, and that should bring up his review on the game Ninja Dice. It's brilliant. And what else have we got going on? I'm off to a tournament in a couple of weeks. I'm running a Guild Ball tournament, And yeah, so keep up to date. Drop on the Facebook page. Just search Tabletop Games UK. We're on Twitter. Just drop on there. Send us a message. Tell us what you're doing and what hobby plans you've got for this weekend. So until next time, a bit of a long ramble, a bit of a random ramble. Until next time, I'll catch you later.